the station that's on your side. This is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Next at 6 o'clock, moms jumping into action to create programs about gun safety.
You're taking an innocent person, you're killing our children day by day. And it has gotten worse and worse and worse.
We're on your side with details on how you can get involved. Plus, extreme heat can be deadly for the homeless, how local groups are stepping up to help.
And our local animal shelters bracing for their busiest day of the year. We're going to get to these top stories in just a moment. But first, a quick look outside I-20 and Riverwatch Parkway. In the last hour, we've had rain pouring down. We've had a lot of lightning strikes as well.
Our First Alert radar network lit up with these scattered showers. You can see behind me a lot of action out there today.
And on his first day back with us, Riley, what's impacting the rest of this evening?
Yeah, guys, pretty active out there on radar at the moment. I would imagine we're continuing to track rainfall through sunset for improving forecast for tomorrow. We'll have that update in just about 10 minutes.
The father of a 4-year-old girl who died weeks after shooting herself with his gun is facing a new charge. Davion Daniels now charged with murder on top of 3 other charges. His daughter, 4-year-old Phoenix Daniels, struggled to survive weeks after that shooting in May in Grovetown. Police said the gun had been converted to be fully automatic, and the father left it on the floor upstairs before taking a phone call downstairs.
It's a grim reminder shootings are now the leading cause of death for kids, according to the CDC. And we've seen so many teens and young people here at home killed by guns living these stats lately. Our Hallie Turner live in the newsroom for us. And Hallie, you spoke with a group who's actually trying to do something about the problem.
Yeah, there's a rise of deadly shootings, keeping kids from ever seeing their 20s in the CSRA. Local mothers say while there are many things they cannot save their children from, gun violence is one we can all help prevent.
I still have an 18-year-old, and I worry every time he leaves the door.
A worry that she will get a familiar call.
When that incident happened in January with little Aubrey, I boo-hooed in this living room because that was a baby. My son Kevin talked about it every time I seen her on the news.
She's talking about the murder of an 8-year-old girl in a drive-by shooting. She was petting a pony in her neighborhood when she was shot and killed.
The next week, it was a double murder of the 2 young ladies. I never imagined the next week would be my son.
Kevin Coatney, along with 10 other children, lost their life to gun violence last year.
Our kids are being killed, by the hands of guns, and it's just senseless. And it's happening more and more.
At least 4 children have already died from gun violence this year. It's why these mothers are springing into action. Last year, Ashley Gutierrez-Seiler started a local chapter of Moms Demand Action.
We have different opinions about what the gun law should look like. We may have different opinions on politicians, but everyone agrees that we want to keep guns out of the hands of children.
Moms Demand Action offers programs teaching how to safely secure guns.
It's an easy program. It's accessible. Everyone can do it. It doesn't require legislation. It just takes talking to your friends over coffee or sitting at the park while your children play.
Focusing on the future to prevent hurt.
Can't change the tragedies of the past as much as we wish we could. We are working to put measures in place to prevent future gun violence.
Making sure more children return home at night.
I don't wish this pain on any other mother or family.
Moms Demand Action meets quarterly here in Augusta, participating in March for Our Lives, Wear Orange Memorial Service, Mother's Day of Action, the Pride Parade, and mobilizing the community to get involved and take action. If you want to learn more about their free classes, you can find the link at wrdw.com.
And we know they would appreciate any local support they can get. Hallie, thanks very much.
You probably don't need us to tell you that it's getting hot outside. You can see the numbers we've all been feeling right here on this calendar. Now that school is out, homeless shelters that house families with children are almost completely full. As Craig Allison reports, the Salvation Army Center of Hope needs your help.
It's getting really hot out there, and charities that help the homeless need water donations.
Our average is about 150 people each Sunday.
Compass for Hope offers free showers and supplies to the homeless, and they're begging for water donations. The group is down to their last few cases of water as they've started passing out more with the heat on the rise.
So giving away 150 to 300 bottles of water each week, makes a big stack of water all of a sudden disappear pretty quick.
Bethany Trapp says the Homeless Task Force is working on ways to make sure the homeless get the water and shelter they need during hot days.
The idea is for them to drink the water, cool down, but then also have that resource that they desperately need. because sometimes they don't know where they need to go.
And during the day, the shelters are closed, so they're directing them to the city's cooling centers, but unfortunately, shelters are seeing more women and children than ever, so it's a complicated problem.
So we are collecting reusable water bottles and canned goods, which helps us fight the heat.
And at the Compass Center for Hope, they're handing out these resource maps, which we showed you. They can point you in the right direction based on need. And to find a cooling center near you, we have that list posted on our website, wrdw.com.
Well, after being sentenced to prison for destroying dozens of records in a federal investigation, ex-Augusta Commissioner Sammy Sias is planning to appeal. Last month, Sias was found guilty in Augusta's federal court of destroying documents and lying about that. 10 days ago, he was sentenced to 3 years in a federal prison. Sias has until mid-August to report to prison.
The 4th of July is over, but our local animal shelters have never been busier. Every year, this is when they see an uptick in admissions right after the holiday, mostly from pets running away.
Wrdw.com says 40% of dogs have a noise-related phobia, so fireworks are a real trigger year after year. Emma Alice gives us a closer look at this problem.
Though they can be exciting for people, fireworks can be terrifying for pets, even causing them to run away. Nicole McKenzie's dog Luna did just that. Mackenzie was getting ready for bed. She let her 2 dogs out in the backyard, thinking it was too early for fireworks.
We have let the dogs out. Of course, people make mistakes. It's not so much right now of a search and rescue. It's just find out where she's at and split her piece.
When Mackenzie realized Luna was missing, she walked up and down the streets of her neighborhood, knocking on doors and looking for Luna. She stayed out searching until 3 in the morning.
Nobody has seen her.
According to the SPCA Animal Shelter, if you find a missing pet, you should call your local animal shelter first.
Find out if that's where you would take them. Make it clear that it is a dog that you have found and not your own dog that you are surrendering. And then you should take a picture before you turn it in. Take a picture and post it on Facebook, post it on the Nextdoor app or Instagram or any social media you could think of.
Mackenzie says she just wants to know where Luna is or what happened to her.
If someone was to have hit her and they feel bad, I wouldn't be mad. I just want to know that where she's at so I can just, it's like a search and recover right now.
Make sure to keep a watch on your pets, making sure that all of their information and microchips are updated so that they can be found easily if they were to get lost. In North Augusta, Emma Ellis, on your side.
And speaking of missing pets, you've probably seen a lot of posts just like this, but here's another one we'll let you lay eyes on. Burke County Animal Services are asking if you've seen Roscoe. He was last seen in the Highway 56 area in Midville. His family thinks the fireworks scared him off. Roscoe's microchip, so if you've seen him, call the shelter, bring him in so they can swipe that microchip and see if they can help connect him with his owner. And if you are helping search for a missing pet, if you're part of the search and rescue, don't chase after them. If you do see them, just keep an eye on them until their owner can gain control of them. Also, if your pet is missing, call your local shelter daily because you never know when they might turn up. Okay, if you are looking to do a good deed and get a little makeover in the process, we have a deal for you. We'll explain in just a moment.
And we do have a new flood advisory in effect for the Augusta Metro, in effect until 8 p.m. Could encounter some flooded roadways around town. Update on the forecast just after the break. It's going to stay hot and humid Saturday and Sunday, and each afternoon we'll have the chance for at least a few widely scattered storms. Next week, we're staying with the 90s, and those storms popping up most afternoons.
Riley, thanks a lot and welcome back. Summer is always the time of year when blood donations drop drastically. Our area sees a larger drop and higher need with the burn center right down the street.
So the Shepherd Community Blood Center teamed up with a dermatologist to offer Botox in exchange for your blood donation. Taylor Martin stopped by to see how you can cash in.
The Shepherd Community Blood Center says it's around this time of year, during the week of the 4th of July, their donations get extremely low. It's why they're getting creative and partnering with Southern Dermatology to help you get free Botox in exchange for your blood. 1 pint of blood can save up to 3 lives, and until Friday, it can help you get a new look, too.
If you go out to one of the donation sites, you're going to get a snazzy little gift card, and that's all that you need to come in and book your appointment.
The Shepherd Community Blood Center serves 29 hospitals in the CSRA, but they've not been able to meet their needs So hospitals end up having to ration the blood, using it for the sickest patients.
We really need to meet our numbers so that our local people in the hospitals can get the blood that they need.
While there's a year-round need for blood, Shepard says accidents, shootings, and traumas spike typically during the summer. Before Brianna Brown and her husband opened Southern Dermatology, they both served in the military, so they know what that need can look like.
We know firsthand how critical blood donation is, so that's why this is near and dear to our heart. So combining that with something that's more fun and light and airy like Botox, I think is the perfect combination.
Shepard says they've needed blood for months, but now there's no backup.
But they're all being used. We don't have any holding out, so we really need to get those filled so that we can start having a backup.
Now this van will be here until July 7th for you to donate your blood, and they'll be here from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if you'd like to come on in, you'll get free Botox in exchange. Reporting in Evans, Taylor Martin, on your side.
Very creative idea, and you can donate at the Blood Center bus right there in the parking lot of Southern Dermatology. It's on Washington Road in Evans in exchange for that $120 gift certificate.
Yeah, and even if you go into any of the Shepherd locations, they'll give you a certificate too, as long as you donate in the next 2 days. So there's a limit of 1 certificate per person. The person who donates has to be the person who uses the certificate, so no bribing your husband to go give a couple of pints so you can get a couple more injections.
Do a good deed and
we already asked.
Look better in the process. Good to check in all those details. Check them off. Still to come, Dan Booth live at the Peach Jam for us, where the best high school basketball players in the land are playing to impress right now.
And one summer reading program is teaching kids to love every hair type and texture. We're going to show you how after this break.
For $1,000, call 762 all night.
The Richmond County Public Library System halfway through its summer reading program right now, and this year the students get to take part in hands-on activities while they read. Maria Sellers stopped by to see what they learned today about hair.
A creation to which none could compare. I'm so glad it's mine. I love my hair.
Jacinta Walton's family members are hearing stories and learning how to love their hair.
They really need that message to know that we're all beautiful. We were all created differently, but we're all beautiful.
It's through the library summer reading program, Big Hair, Curly Hair, Hair Everywhere, which goes along with their theme of highlighting kindness, unity, diversity, and inclusion.
We're just really trying to highlight the differences in hair texture and bring appreciation to it.
They're learning by doing, as they have hands-on experience styling twists and braids.
Hair is a big part of a person's identity. When you learn about hair and how to care for it properly, I think it really helps to boost your confidence.
It's the type of message Walton says she did not have growing up.
It was a little different. Your mom did your hair, and you got it done, and you're happy. But now with the society and the way the world is now, the kids need to have these princess hair books and let them know that we're all beautiful.
And that's exactly what the library hopes to do.
We want to highlight that there's a lot of beauty in natural hair and the different ways that you can style it.
The Richmond County Public Library System halfway through its summer reading program right now, and this year the students get to take part in hands-on activities while they read. Maria Sellers stopped by to see what they learned today about hair.
A creation to which none could compare. I'm so glad it's mine. I love my hair.
Jacinta Walton's family members are hearing stories and learning how to love their hair.
They really need that message to know that we're all beautiful. We were all created differently, but we're all beautiful.
It's through the library summer reading program, Big Hair, Curly Hair, Hair Everywhere, which goes along with their theme of highlighting kindness, unity, diversity, and inclusion.
We're just really trying to highlight the differences in hair texture and bring appreciation to it.
They're learning by doing, as they have hands-on experience styling twists and braids.
Hair is a big part of a person's identity. When you learn about hair and how to care for it properly, I think it really helps to boost your confidence.
It's the type of message Walton says she did not have growing up.
It was a little different. Your mom did your hair, and you got it done, and you're happy. But now with the society and the way the world is now, the kids need to have these princess hair books and let them know that we're all beautiful.
And that's exactly what the library hopes to do.
We want to highlight that there's a lot of beauty in natural hair and the different ways that you can style it.
It's a message Walton is hopeful everyone can embrace.
You have to be open-minded about it. This world is changing, and if we are open-minded, it drives it for the better.
In Augusta, Maria Sellers on your side.
Summer reading there and a lot more. The library offers other programs like an ecology lesson on the different creatures in the area, how to care for pets in the summertime, and a lot of other topics in their summer reading program. If you're interested in signing your child up, we have those details on the website, wrdw.com.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
It's the final day of pool play over here at Peach Jam, and with the main event starting tomorrow, we're going to end up seeing these lines keep getting longer and longer to get into some of these gyms. And one of the reasons for that might be the fact that more NBA stars, college coaches, and scouts are making their way to North Augusta, like the one and only LeBron James, who as we speak is coaching Team Strive for Greatness, the team that his son Bryce plays for in the 16-year-old division. Now make no mistake, these two guys, Bryce and LeBron, aren't the only two big names that are here today. When it comes down to it, a 9-year-old and Augusta native Zeke Bosniak is here, who you might remember for his passion for trick shots and crazy handles. Zeke has been coming to Peach Jam since he was 7 years old, and every time he walks through these doors, his passion for one day getting to play in Peach Jam grows.
That would be probably the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. My goal is to get to the NBA, so that would just be a huge step for me getting into Peach Jam.
And if he keeps balling like this, one day that dream might become a reality. Look into tomorrow night. Zeke and his family are going to Wild Adventure to spend time with the Harlem Globetrotters, who he says have inspired him to work on his trick shots and fancy moves. Now, when it comes to today's games, Grovetown's Darion Reed is playing to try to keep their team's hope alive for Team Thad after losing their first two games in the first couple of days. And if they do not win today, it'll be difficult for them to make it into the main event. I'll add the highlights from that game later on this evening, as well as the latest on LeBron and Bryce and everything that they're bringing to Peach Jam with the mass amount of people who are here today. But for now, reporting for Peach Jam, Dan Booth on your side.
It is a big event, Dan. Lots of talent in that building. Thanks for the update there from Riverview Park.
And we're looking ahead to the weekend forecast. Unfortunately, the chance for storms will be with us Saturday and Sunday afternoon, and those hot and humid conditions will stick around. Now look at the 7-day forecast just after the break.
I'm Chip Lewis with Augusta Medicare Specialist. Surprisingly, there is no Medicare orientation. Let us guide you through the entire process. For a commitment-free consultation, please give us a call or visit our website. Don't wait till you're 65 to call. Are64.com.
Got in a car crash.
And we're looking ahead to the weekend forecast. Unfortunately, the chance for storms will be with us Saturday and Sunday afternoon, and those hot and humid conditions will stick around. Now look at the 7-day forecast just after the break.
I'm Chip Lewis with Augusta Medicare Specialist. Surprisingly, there is no Medicare orientation. Let us guide you through the entire process. For a commitment-free consultation, please give us a call or visit our website. Don't wait till you're 65 to call. Are64.com.
Got in a car crash. Now you're feeling. Call attorney John Boy and Associates today.
What are they doing here?
I don't know. AC is acting funny.
It seems like everything's fine with the air conditioning. Is anybody messing with the temperature? Are you 64.com?
Quick traffic